right. All right. Welcome. As soon as I start, I get a call. That's great. All right. Welcome, guys. I'm going to put my phone on airplane mode. All right. Today is the very first day of the entire AI Make Money with AI group coaching. This is going to be like our private coaching group. Okay. So you guys are here. This is the first welcome video. I'm going to be setting the entire tone of what this whole course coaching group is going to be about, right? This is going to be basically the top 10 ways to make money with AI. And the results are totally up to you, right? Like these are going to be my results. You're going to see some results of clients. I like to say I like to use AI to supercharge everything. And so this is going to be the process. And so these are going to be the top 10 ways I've used it. And then afterwards, we're going to show a demo. And then very last, I'm going to give you guys an offer if you guys want to use the software that I built to basically get a sweet deal to be able to continue using it if you like, but no pressure. Okay. So I'm going to present my screen. We have some people live. We got Austin, Parker, Bethany, Himashu, Jim. What up, guys? Yeah. You guys rock. Thank you for joining live. It means a lot to me because sometimes I would be talking to like literally a computer screen. And so now I see your faces, so I feel not as alone. All right, so I'm going to share my entire screen, and we're going to dive in. We're with this, you guys are going to be with me for like an hour and a half. You guys are live, so if you guys have any questions during any part, at the end, you guys can literally like ask me questions. Like we're going to hang out on this. Like it's not going to be a rush. We're going to go through this process and we're going to make sure if you have any questions, you guys can address them. All right. So here we go. All right. Top 10 ways to make money with AI presented by my AI team, which is the software that I built about 18, 19 months ago. With proof, so you can do it also, right? So we're going to show you some of the screenshots. Like I said, it's 100% my results. We've at the highest level with one-on-one clients, but I believe if some of you guys are watching this in the school group, right, our private group, I believe this is some of the most intimate coaching that we're going to have, even with our one-on-one clients. Maybe those guys are going to be able to hire it and be able to get it done faster, but you guys are going to get the behind-the-scenes stuff. All right, so promise, AI is going to take a lot of jobs. All right, that is a reality. Everyone thought AI was going to be coming for the tech, like for the labor jobs, right? Like, oh, I can't wait for a robot to sit there and mow my lawn. However, it doesn't seem like it's coming for those jobs. It seems like it's coming for the creative jobs, the art jobs, the songs, the blogs, the things that people used to think were fun and that are fun. Those are the things that AI is coming for first. And I believe it's going to create a huge opportunity, right? So is this normal, right? So in one of my favorite books, the seven Habits of Highly Effective People, he wrote a second book called The Eighth Habit, and it's From Effectiveness to Greatness. And it talks about basically the leap of journeys and basically how every time there is a way of going from effectiveness to greatness, but there's a progression of work called revolutions, right? And so there was a time that we went from hunter and gatherers, and you could be, look at this guy. Yeah, he's out there. This is AI generated, by the way, right? He's out there like hunting, and he's out there killing like lions and bears and bringing in buffalo, and he's getting all the ladies, right? All these girls gathering around him, like, woo, he's the best. He's the chief because he's the best hunter in the entire village. Well, eventually there was a time where there was one guy, probably a nerdy guy, right? Some nerdy guy, and he planted a little seed, and he said, hey, I'm going to put this in the ground, and I'm going to believe, and I'm going to water it, and one day this is going to grow something, right? And at first people didn't believe him, and believe it or not, he was probably broke and had to suck up his pride once in a while and ask this guy for a job and say, hey, can I go hunting with you and kill your lion, and then you give me half a lion, right? So he was probably in those positions one time. However, he also behind the scenes planted seeds and believed one day it would harvest, right? And here's the thing, in one day it actually does, right? When you plant a seed, it comes to fruition, right? So we have the actual farming age, and then we have the industrial revolution, right? We went from having simple little farms to absolute massive industrial revolution because we could create products, because we could create machines, because we could, right? Like we could manufacture things over and over, and it made more money than the previous age, right? Hunter-gatherers, they made a couple bucks, right? They were able to feed a small village. Then we were able to go farming, and then we were able to have a lot of food. And then we went to Industrial Revolution, we were able to build cities, New York, these massive, massive cities, and at 10 times the farm age. Every single time we went to these new generations, it 10 times. Well, Stephen Covey talks about something called the knowledge worker, right? And I still believe the knowledge worker is in effect today. It hasn't went away. It completely is what we're experiencing right now. That means somebody is smart, right? Like you guys jump on, you have a guy that you call a consultant, and he's extremely smart, helps sets where you're going, right? He sets the sails, like where are we taking the ship, right? He's the knowledge worker. These are like the intelligent people of those. Well, guess what? These are the highest people that are paid from their ideas, their words, their unique direction, and the lessons in life. These are people that are, these are people like Elon Musk, right? They're getting paid because they're working and they're putting their ideas into action, right? These are the captains of the ship. They set the sails, they pick which direction to take. This, I believe, is uniquely, as of the moment, human. Can it be AI programmed? Sure. However, I still believe the AI is the one. We have to program the AI. Do you see that? We still have to decide how to set the sails of the AI. It is uniquely human of who decides of what direction this is going to take. Okay? Uniquely human. But a new age is coming. One that I believe, looks like we got another person here. Can I add them real fast? Hi. All right, welcome. Welcome for showing up late. All right, I love you. But hey, you showed up. That's freaking better than nothing. Way to go. All right, we are live. Okay, so here we go. And so we are back in the class. Share the screen. Present. All right, so a new age is coming. All right, one that will 100 times the one before. I would just say I would rather you show up late than never. So way to go, man. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm so proud of you. All right, so a new age is coming because you could have not shown up and you could have been doing something else. So the fact that you showed up, woo, give it up. Go ahead. I'm so proud of you, man. All right, a new age is coming, one that will 100 times the one before. All right, artificial intelligence age. And this is what I'm so passionate about because I have done a lot of things in the last 10 years of my business, right? I haven't seen something exponentially change the business world. And I could say that because I was in the crypto space, right? Everyone was like, crypto is the future, right? Well, I was that guy too, right? So you don't always have to believe the hype. All right. But I believe that there's something more powerful in AI. I really, truly do. Right. So here's the promise. AI is going to take a lot of jobs. And I already see it, right? There's artists complaining. There's music people complaining. And I think it's because they have a valid reason. However, we have to ask, why were they originally farming? Why did people hunt and gather originally? Why were they even doing it, right? Why would someone go and start hunting, gathering? Why would they start farming? Why would they start building and creating? Why would they even build something and sell it, right? When you have an abundance, why would you sell something? Why were they working? What's the point of work as humans? That's a question that we got to ask, right? If you're here live in the comments, just comment, why do you work? Right? Be honest with yourself. I know why I personally work. I got family to feed. I got 5 kids. I got 3 kids. I have a family of 5, right? They got to eat. I got a grandma that she has to eat. I got a mom that has to eat. It doesn't mean I have to feed all of them, but I got my kids, and then eventually my other family get old. Who's got to pay for them? It costs money, right? Why are we working? Why are we doing the thing that we're doing, right? Why do you work, right? For me, it's money. I like having money. I grew up broke. It sucks. Welfare's not fun, right? It sucks. It's tough, right? So if you're an employee, your boss also has one goal, right? Money. Right? call it as we see it, right? Like a lot of times money buys a lot of freedom. Money buys the things that money buys, right? The boss likes the house. The boss likes the nice food. You like the nice food. Your parents like having nice stuff, right? It's easier when an emergency comes up and your car tire blows out and you have $1,000 or more in the bank and you have enough money to pay for that stuff. That's not stressful, right? Like I got it. I could pay for it, right? Like, whew. All right. So I personally, I don't know about you guys, as much as I want a job, I don't personally want a job. All right. I like working. I like providing. I like having money, but the end goal is money. I don't necessarily want a job. If AI could take my job, that sounds great, right? Like if AI could take the work that I have to do for the showing up and the time that I'm away from my family, right? Like side hustles, a multiple stream of income, right? Like that's what I believe, right? So if you could have money and you could have essentially side hustles or multiple streams of income that don't take up all your time, right? So here's the thing. When I say personally don't want a job, I kind of mean, right, this is going to go the top 10 ways to make money with AI. However, what I mean is the same job, same pay, right? So people are going to pay us the same. I'm not going to change my prices just because I get it done faster, right? It's the old way is going to take us 8 hours. The new way is going to take us like 20 minutes, right? And that's what I mean is this is going to 100 times our productivity, because a lot of the things that we're now introducing is it greatly speeds up how fast we could go from an idea to a creation, right? Like how fast can we manifest something from our brain to reality? And that's what I believe AI can do for us, right? So if you can leave right now, if that sounds terrible. However, I believe that you guys are here because I see that you guys see the same power as I do, right? You guys nerd out and geek out like I do, right? Like I hang out with my family. The moment I say AI, my family goes, oh, right? Like, because they know I talk a lot about this, right? Like, this is what I do. I got a shirt about it. I have pictures on my wall. I decorate my house with stuff. I love AI, right? Like, I believe this is a superpower that some people just will roll their eyes at, and that's fine. Go do that. Those are the jobs that I'm going to replace. All right. So if you stay, be here. If you're watching the replay, pause this, go get your provisions, right? I have a coffee, right? I like to chill. I like to take notes, turn off the TV, put your headphones in, be here, right? This video hopefully will give you some ideas. It's not going to solve all your problems. However, if you guys are here in this group, or if you're here watching the replay, hopefully it's like, all right, this is a good starting point. I have a direction. I have a way to go. I'm on the right path. I know how to leverage this technology that we've never seen in our life before. When in history have we ever had a piece of technology at our disposal instantly, like for normal humans, that is another form of intelligent life? Right as of right now, isn't this weird? We are almost alone, quote unquote, because the government hasn't told us if the aliens are real, right? We're quote unquote alone in the universe as far as intelligence. However, with AI, we have another semi-intelligence that is able to talk to us, and it's smarter than some of my closest friends. Bye, beautiful. Love you. Have fun at your trip day thing. Right, so if you're here, be here. For me, I'm here. I'm excited. Blocked out my entire day for about an hour for this entire hour and a half for this training. For you guys here live at the very end, it's a very hands-on group. Like we're gonna like share stuff, share your screen, ask questions. That's what this group's all about. Okay. And so I'm glad that you guys are here for it. I really am, truly. All right. So I'm gonna do my best to make this worth it for you. If you paid me $10,000 for my time, well, I could be building software. I could be working on stuff, right? Like I want to make sure that I'm showing up for you guys just like you're showing up for me. Okay. Who am I? My name is Jeff Caldwell. I am the owner and founder of My AI Team. This is not my first business. It doesn't mean all my businesses were successful. So it's not like, woo, Jeff, business guru. That's not what I'm saying. I am a business builder that's actively in the trenches. Like I'm a doer. I'm in the Coliseum, right? Like, right. There's a lot of people in the peanut gallery, right? There's a lot of people on the outsides that could throw rocks and say stuff, right? And Jeff, you switch things, you do everything. Well, I do. However, because I'm, like I said, I'm the man in the Coliseum, right? I'm the guy that I'm actively on this laptop. I think the same laptop in that picture is the same one I'm on right now. And that was 8 years ago. I think I was about 30 pounds lighter. I just cherry pick my photos. Don't judge me. All right, money disclaimer. I see a lot of like people get in trouble for like money disclaimers and getting, these are my results, okay? Not your results, mine. It doesn't mean you're going to get these results. These are just the results that I have that I like, hey, this is what's worked for me over the last 8 years. This is what's worked for me and my clients. This is how it's working today. And I'm going to show you guys. And then as you guys are with me in this training group, well, we're going to continue to do these things because I still do all the things that I'm going to be showing you guys. It's not like I set them up and stop. That would be silly, right? Here's what I like to say, right? Imagine if you're standing in the rain holding cups, right? I have my coffee cup and it's raining outside. I wish I had a like illustration of this, but I don't, right? And it's raining outside and well, we're out there collecting rain in our cups. Well, as long as you have an hourly job, well, you have to stand in the rain. If you ever get sick, if you ever get hurt, or if you ever don't want to feel like going into work, well, you have to take your cups inside with you, don't you? Well, so during this time and entire stuff, I like to build cups and set them down in the rain and then let the cups collect money for me. They don't have to be big cups at first. They could be small cups. They just have to be assets that we build and we spend our time up front building, and then we set down in the rain, right? If you're spending your time doing with clients, that's awesome. Client work, you're building them assets, you're building software, you're building websites that they could set down in the rain, and then it's there. It's on there 24/7. You don't have to show up all the time, okay? So that's kind of what I believe in. So that's the money disclaimer. Everything I build is set up once, and it's leveraged because it's harnessed, okay? So what have I been working on the last 8 years? Well, before that, before I ever became an entrepreneur, I was working with an ammunition company. I've always worked in restricted markets. I love getting banned on Facebook, getting my ads account shut down, getting kicked off platforms because you can't sell that stuff here. Instagram shuts your stuff down. It's my favorite. I love those industries because I feel like they provide a challenge, right? Like now I have to go find some other way to market. I have to find some other way to do that stuff. I can't just use Facebook like everybody, the normies. So I have to go find other ways to create money. And so for me, that is kind of the markets that I love. It challenges my brain. However, when I was in that business, I didn't realize I liked it. All right. I was a failed sales guy that I turned to an email marketer, right? I was trying to drive around Phoenix, Arizona, where we had the ammo company. And I would drive around Phoenix, try to sell. I would walk into a gun store and try to sell my ammo. I would stand in the corner, sheepishly wait for the clerk to not be busy. And then I would say, hey, like, I have some ammo. You guys want to buy it? You know, and it was just bad. It was just bad. A lot of times they would say, no, it's so expensive. Get out of here. And so I would go home, and there was one day I literally was crying on the way home. It was rough because I had no money. It was tough. And I was driving home, and I got home, and every Friday we did this thing where we'd type up an email, and I rolled my face on the keyboard, and we send out, hey, this is what we loaded this week. This is what we created, the ammo that we created. And then I would send it out to our email list. And then in a few seconds, we would get sales, right? Well, a lot of times there's about $3,000 to $5,000 in sales from an email list, about 3,000. So as I sat there in my tears, as I was frustrated, I realized, holy crap, I made $3,000 and I made $0 driving around the entire Phoenix, Arizona. Well, I got really good at email marketing because of that. I started email marketing every day. I told the boss, look what I could do, look how much money we make. And we started kicking butt. We made so much money. I was able to talk to the boss and move back to Vegas, which was where my family lives. And so I moved back to Vegas. I was still doing email marketing for 6 months here in Vegas. And I kind of silently got let go. And this was a family-owned business, right? We were really close, really, it was family. And I silently got let go. And so what do I mean by that? Like, I get paid every week, right? $666 a week is what my paycheck was. And they stopped paying me. So 1 week went by. All right. I call them. We're talking on the phone. It's normal. I'm working. We're sending out the emails. Things we're making money. 1 week by. Hey, there was no check this Friday. Oh, no worries. Just talk to the accountant department. Talk to her. Checks probably in the mail, right? And so 2 weeks went by. Woo! All right, $666 a week, supporting a family of 5. You're living paycheck to paycheck. I'm not really saving money at the time. Woo, 3 weeks went by. Hey. Can you guys help me out? What's up? They're talking to me. Where's the check? Where's the money? It got really hard. I wasn't getting paid. I realized that. So this was one of the hardest days of my life. This was me tucking my pride back up and going back and getting on welfare. This is my family of 5. And I was like, let's take a selfie. Come on, guys. Let's take a selfie. Because one day, we're not going to be in this position. One day, we're not going to be here at welfare. One day. And like I said, this is about 9 years ago. All right. So from there, on this day, my power went out. It's hard to work on the internet when your power goes out. Right. So I moved back in with my father-in-law, right? My beautiful wife luckily has a supportive family. I didn't have anyone. So we moved back in with my father-in-law, and I worked on my very first product in his garage. I'm talking every day, working every day in his garage, not going to a job. I'm never doing that again. That sucked. That was a family member, and I trusted them. That was hard. I worked in there every day. And think about it. Every day he worked. He had a job. He'd been there for 20, 30 years almost. His wife worked every day. And I was working on a $7 product in his garage. $7. $7. Traffic on Demand. How many of my friends in this group have bought Traffic on Demand 8 years ago? Thank you. You helped pay rent. Right. I appreciate you guys. Right. You guys have been with me that long. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right. So I created a $7 product. Well, after a while, $7 sales kind of sucks. And it's not enough to pay $400 in rent for a 1-bedroom for my family of 5. So my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, she said, get a job or move out, Jeff. Well, I'm not getting a job. That should not do that. That was a dumb idea. I'm not doing that again. Right? I'm not going back to jail. I'm just going to go out there. All right. So move out was my only option. So I moved out. Well, I was making a couple bucks from my $7 product. So I borrowed $3,000 from PayPal and a couple bucks from a friend. Right. And I took out a little loan, right? PayPal, if you start making sales with some of your payment processors, they'll give you a couple bucks, right? They'll like give you a working capital loan, right? It's very nice of them, right? So I borrowed $3,000, right? And before the training, we talked about before this, we went live and we hit record, right? We talked about paid ads, right? So I borrowed that $3,000 and I bought traffic, right? So I did what I said I was doing in my course. Right? Get that, like that's what the $7 product taught, right? How to bring traffic to your website. Well, that's Well, that's what I did, right? And guess what, right? This was the month that I moved out. In the month of December, Christmas, right? Woo! I made $23,178 from that $7 product. The month of December. And that changed my life. Tell you what, broke old Jeff got some money. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Right. So I went from this, and this is what I was working on. And I learned in this garage what I call the math equation of the internet. Right. And this is the one thing that I learned. Right. And this is how you run paid ads. This is how you create offers online. This is how you sell software. This is how you sell webinars. This is how, whatever it is, there's something called the math equation online. Since I discovered this, well, I haven't been selling $7 products since then, right? That was 8 years ago. Well, my life forever changed. 2015, 2017, I built and sold my first company. I left the firearm industry and I went into the cannabis industry, another restricted market. And I built my first company. I built an email list over there because that's what makes the money. And then guess what? I sold that company. I used that money to build my own and buy my own website building platform with my wife, Aspire Builder. Since then, Aspire Builder has been our software as a service, which is amazing. I absolutely love this thing. It's just a drag and drop website builder, backbone of a lot of our clients and all of that stuff, and a lot of the math equation formula, right? And so this was what we used, right? This was the thing that a lot of help afterwards. Since then, my wife and I built a website design agency because we decided to help other people. We stopped selling to $7 products, right? And we started helping nurses and doctors package and sell their knowledge online, right? It was a highly selective in who we worked with. Basically, like I said, nurses and doctors who we chose, all of the screenshots that you see are their products. We stopped selling $7, took the nurses and doctors, what they have amazing knowledge, and we just packaged that and put it in a course. That's it. And then sold it for $500 to $1,000. It's still a math equation. It's just not $7, right? So exact same thing, just selling a better product. Okay. That created a lot of free time. I work from home. I build websites. I have nothing else to do 24/7 besides help my clients. So 18 months ago, I taught myself no code. I built out software that you guys see at the little logo at the top called My AI Team. In that first software that I taught myself, right? I use no code. I'm not a coder, right? So I tried coding. However, I couldn't get the code from my computer to the internet, right? So that was my only issue. I couldn't get it from there to the internet. So that's why I learned no code. All right. So in our first 8 days with my AI team, we made our first $1,000, right? So I sold a $1,000 package. And he loved it so much. He told 10 of his friends, and then we made $10,000 from on top of his sale. And so it was really cool. It's all from the software. And I realized basically this is very powerful by selling logins. I basically built the software once and I get to sell it over and over, and I'm just selling logins. So that means build a cup and then you could sell little cups, a whole bunch. It's really cool. The big cup sells little cups, right? In our first year, we made $70,000 with my AI team. Good for you, Jeff. It's not very impressive when I have big dreams of making multiple millions with my AI team. But that's just where I'm at. So, but it proved of concept, at least to say, hey, it did it. However, my AI team is where I add every single thing and idea of AI into that software. So it's kind of like a conglomerate of every AI possible tool in one location is what I've been building. So, so same job, same pay, Old ways, 8 hours, new ways, 20 minutes, right? The reason I built my AI team is exactly that. I have all these clients. I was helping them build websites. I was helping them build webinars. Well, to build a webinar, well, what do you have to do a lot, right? You have to write the script. You have to write the homepage, the sign up page, the emails, the follow-ups, the thank you page, like all of those require copy. Well, I had to do that. Well, AI was able to speed up that process greatly. I remember thinking like I had to write the welcome sequence for a client, and that was going to take, I literally told him it's going to take a week. And that's 5 emails that I have to type up. Like AI could do that in like 20 seconds now. Like, what? Like, get out of here. You know, like that would be disgusting if I ever did that again. You know, like it's just a push of a button with a copy and paste. Like, come on, right? So AI greatly speeds up asset creation, right? When I talk about everything that we're going to be talking about, think about it not as, all right, I'm going to create a product and then it's for sale, right? You have to think of, how do I create a product and then I set it up once? Asset creation. You see that, right? When we talk about the cups, setting up the cup once, and even a cup that has an image on it is an asset, right? And then you're selling the cup over and over, right? That's an asset, right? Like, so it's very literal. So think about setting it up that doesn't require your time. And then if you do sell your time, charge more. All right, so we make money from our assets, not our time. That is the goal. Does it mean that's always the truth? No, it doesn't. I wish it does. I wish it does. Like I'm showing up right now. I have to take the time to make the asset. However, when you have to show up and you record things, right? I'm recording this. When you hit record, or when you create it into a software, or when you create it and list it on a marketplace or a website or something that's there without you having to be there, and this like replay could be there, or the thing could be there, that's what we're working on. And it might have some upfront time, but that's where we create systems to be able to make it done faster, right? All right, so job equals selling your time. I understand the traditional job. What I'm trying to say is if you love your job, don't knock it. I more mean is a job is selling your time. So understand if you're doing that, that's fine. It's all right. But what's not going to get replaced? Well, I believe the people that aren't going to get replaced are what's called the entrepreneurs. Eventually, the jobs are going to get replaced because those are the things that the AI could do. The AI could do a task, and then we get the AI could do multiple tasks, right? So the entrepreneur, the one that sets the sails of the boat, right? Hey, where are we going? What are we having for dinner? Right? That is who's setting the direction, right? Like that is the person. That's like, what are we creating? Why are we creating it? That's the entrepreneur of the business. And I believe that job is never going to get replaced. The other part of the job that is going to get replaced is there's something that's not, is called the intrapreneur, right? And so that's what is the leaders of the business, right? So those are the people that if you love your job, which there's a lot of times like, I'm going to tell you the truth. I loved working with that ammo company. I loved it. I didn't want to lose that job. I just thought it was bummer that I didn't have any extra cups to fall back on. So when my power went out, I had a way to pay the bill. I'm never going to get caught with my pants down like that again. That sucks. That's painful. That hurts. That really hurts. Like when you can't and some of you guys seen my Facebook feed back when I was experiencing all that. It's rough. You guys been on this journey with me. You know what I mean? Like it's been some tough times. All right. So I don't wish anybody on that. So if you have a job to be able to support you during that time, be the person that creates assets in your business, because you're not going to be the one that gets replaced. Your boss is going to look you in the face and say, you are an asset. You are a leader. You are somebody that I want forever because you always help us grow the revenue, money. That's the freaking point of the business. Even nonprofits still have to make money. They got to bring in donations, right? Who's the one that brings in like a nonprofit? Who makes the donation page? Who makes the video? Who makes the, who writes the email that says, thank you donors? Those are assets that are continuously needing to go out. Well, you as the human are the one that sets the sails. The AI is the one that does the work. That is the future of work in my eyes. Okay. Top 10 ways to make money with AI is what we're all here for. Are you guys excited that once you guys are here live, are you guys excited? Hopefully you guys are, because, well, this is it. During this, if you guys are here in the school group, all of these top 10 ways are what we are going to continuously learn in the school group on a regular basis, right? The topics that come up the most are the ones that we're going to focus on the most, right? And we're going to continue to support and grow these, because I believe AI is extremely powerful. And why should you limit yourself to one thing, right? I believe I put a lot of trust in one thing. I don't want to trust all my finances and resources coming from one thing. So I believe there's something called mind your own business, right? It's awesome to work in a business, but mind your own business, right? So make sure I'm going to talk to myself, right? Jeff Caldwell has your finances together, not Lauren Caldwell, which is my wife. Make sure Lauren Caldwell has her finances together. No, make sure Jeff Caldwell produces enough income to support his family just in case, right? I need to make sure that this responsibility is mine, because nobody else is going to come save me. That sucks. In a weird way, no strong man is going to come swoop me up in his arms and be like, I got you, Jeff. I'll take care of you for the rest of your life. Right? Like, it's just not going to happen. Right? That might be my daddy issues and growing up without a dad, but hey, I believe hey, the reality is I'm going to have to do it. And eventually, sure, I'm going to have enough money and asset creation and wealth to be able to hire other people to do it. However, a lot of times it just doesn't start off. People need paid. People need resources. However, you got to put in the blood, sweat, and tears, which comes from you. Nobody else is going to do it. You got to do it. Jeff, me. All right. So this is where this came from. This is all of the stuff that I actively work on to make sure that I be able to support my family. And the ones that makes the most money, well, we continue, and that's what we build at the end, which I'm going to show you. All right, so there's 3 types of people watching. One, there's going to be the business owner. If you guys are showing up here and you own your own business, let's go. I hope you apply this to your entire business, and everything that you see, you just apply like, okay, I'm not going to get squirrel and build all these other things. I'm going to get focused and build all these things for my business, right? So understand that sometimes you need multiple streams of income in your business, okay? Not just, I don't want you to see this opportunity and be like, oh, okay, I could do 100 things and they're all going to be different. Don't do that. Focus on who you want to help and who you want to serve, and buckle down with that. All right. Don't change what you're already doing. Just double down on who you're serving and use AI to leverage it. All right. Number 2 is going to be those team members. Those are the leaders inside your companies. If you guys are watching this on replay, like I said, I know it might be uncomfortable if you're sitting here next to your boss or someone, you guys hear the idea of sometimes you got to create business assets outside of your work. That might sound uncomfortable, right? However, if you're working in your business and helping them, you're going to see that there's a lot of times your ideas, you're going to come home and you're going to tell your wife, you're going to come home and you're going to want to have those things. It's a reality. That's the reality. And it's crazy. And it's tough. However, as a business owner, check this out. As a business owner, if you're sitting here and you feel the pressure for your team members to have you as the only one that supports them, that's a lot of pressure too, right? Because now you as the business owner feels like, dang, if this business doesn't work and my team doesn't have enough food to eat, well, then I have to let them go. Well, if they understand how to create assets, well, hopefully they'll understand how to make money themselves too, and I don't have to feel this pressure that, well, AI took their job. Or, well, you're such a great freaking team member that your boss never wants to let you go, so step it up. That's just the real. All right, love you guys. All right, number 3, solo builders and side hustlers, right? That's like me and my wife, and I might be a business owner too, right? So I identify as that, but I'm a solo builder because I definitely have a more hyperactive personality than my wife. I like to build 100 things while my wife likes to do 1. And I like that she chooses just me. and I choose just her in that, and that's awesome because she's faithful and loyal in that. I am like, I love to throw 100 things at the wall and see which one sticks, and then focus on those ones that work. Okay, so pick a niche if you don't already have one. I like to sell to rich people. It's a lot easier to make money. That's why I chose nurses and doctors, because guess what? Nurses and doctors have some money, right? That's just simple. It doesn't even make, like, if you're selling to somebody broke right now and they don't have money, and then you're wondering why your product doesn't work, well, you're selling to broke people, right? So that's the difference from selling a $7 product to a, I guess, $7,000 product. It's just your audience and who you sell to. Okay, pick a niche. All right, one of my favorite ways to use AI, now we're actually diving into the way, is actually to use AI-generated art. Okay, and what I mean by AI-generated art is I actually mean taking that AI-generated art and selling them on marketplaces. All right, some of the marketplaces that you could sell is Etsy. Here's one of my little Etsy stores. It says, "Good morning, my AI team." I've gotten 4 orders when I took that screenshot, just over the $100. And what I'm selling is just cute little clip art, okay? Cute little clip art. If you guys could see right here, this is a coloring book that my wife made. You could see all these little coloring pages, right? All of these little things, right? This is considered clip art, right? Well, this is obviously black and white clip art. However, all made with AI, all right? Another cool way of using that clip art, because like I said, right, you can create one asset once and you can sell it on multiple locations. I like to create that clip art, and then I like to take it also and sell that exact stuff on Adobe Stock, right? So what's really cool is you can create it. Think about this, right? When I was with the firearm industry, and I did photography and marketing with those guys, I was actually in a couple magazines. But whenever you took a photo of the weapon or anything, it actually has a logo on it, right? So sometimes that logo makes it where it's just uniquely for that company. Well, with us, with Adobe Stock, we're able to take this and we're able to make it where, let me, boom, let everybody in, heck yeah, right? We're able to take Adobe Stock where we're able to make it where you could take it once and then you could sell it over and over again, right? So this is, once you create the clip art, you could sell it on Etsy, sweet. You could make it for, if you're creating like art for social media posts or whatever, you could make that assets and then sell it on Etsy. And then you could also go and sell it on Adobe Stock, right? Same exact images, just sell it on a different platform, right? Package it different and sell it over here, right? Adobe Stock, pretty simple platform. You literally just upload it and then add keywords, and then AI can help you with that too, right? Another one of my favorite ways is to make books, right? I never really thought I would be an author, and I also didn't know what kind of author I would be. One of the books that I wrote is Scary Stories. This one's going to be coming out here shortly. But some of the other ones that have come out is coloring books, right? So AI has helped me make these coloring books, and you can see that even my wife, right? She made this affirmation coloring book, and she sells this on Amazon now. We started niching down and narrowing down. Here's one that I bought from my buddy Callum, right? I bought his book. So you could create books, even if it's for your company or whatever it is, and then sell them on Amazon. If you don't have, like, you just want to create one of these scary stories, or you want to create like a coloring book or whatever it is, Amazon has what's called KDP, right? So that means as soon as somebody purchases this book from Amazon from me, Amazon will print this book out and ship it to my customer. Like, I never have to touch it. I upload it once and they will print it and ship it over and over, right? So a lot of times as you're doing these things, there's something that I like to call sawdust business, right? So that's some of these first few of ways to make money with AI. It's a sawdust business. So imagine if we sold, like, we were a lumber mill and we sold like paper, or we sold giant like wood for housing. Well, we also, during that time of us cutting the wood, we would also create sawdust. Well, the smart entrepreneurs sell that sawdust, right? So that's what I believe this is. As you go through your business, well, turn those into guides, turn those into books, turn those into systems, and then sell them on Amazon, right? Sell them, turn those images onto Adobe Stock, put them on clip art, right? Create those extra things that you're not leveraging, like your sales scripts, right? Turn those into products that you can sell over and over. Another one that I created is games. Since AI has been out, I love the idea of creating games with AI. I've created card games, both physical, right? So here's a physical card game. Basically, the AI helped me make the rules, printed out all the art for the cards, and actually made a full card game. I also have another online card game that I have that the AI is making the art for each one of the cards. And then you're able to battle in those games, like battle inside the game. So for me, that is absolutely fun. I believe AI is magic. A lot of people wish you could create your own cards, or, you know, they want to use AI, or they want to talk to the genie, or whatever it is. I believe you can make AI games, and then you can sell them credits, right? So I've made money from these with this, selling in-game currency as they just press the button, right? And so it's pretty fun. So another one is print on demand. If you guys look down here, I have this giant metal, like, it's like full on metal printed, like a poster. Well, this is about $500. This was one of the very first AI generated models. And I like this type of art, right? Well, this is print on demand. Well, I sell this online. Well, you could do this, and then same thing, you'll take the art and they print it onto a canvas, or they print it onto a shirt, or they print it onto just like a blanket, whatever, right? And they ship it to your customer. As soon as you get an order, that's when they ship it, right? So if you have a business, and like, let's just, whatever your business is, right? It might be, you know, it might be like, for me, right? It's an AI business. Well, like, I could sell AI related art, right? Or I could sell AI related shirts, or AI cups, or slogans, right? AI now inside the art and the text, it could do text inside the AI generated art. And so you can make like cute little things for mugs, right? And whatever it is, like good morning bears, and sell them for Mother's Day, whatever it is, and then tie it to your business if you so choose, right? Logos. Because AI could do text now, AI could also do logos. It's actually really cool. One of the very first ways my wife ever made money online, I remember it was kind of as we were getting started with our online journey, she came to me and she's like, she was upset. She's like, how do I feel like I have no way of contributing. Like, I don't know how to make money. And I was like, well, like, me as a husband, I'm trying to think of ways to fix it and ways to solve it. And one of the ways that we came up with, because she likes graphic design, right? She likes doing that, was, what if you just made logos, right? And we came up with the idea of making 50 logos, 50 logos for $50, right? And so we started going on social media and telling all of our friends and family, my wife's making logos, 50 logos for $50. If you want a logo, it's only $50, right? And that built up her portfolio. Well, the AI now can do logos, right? So you could build or use AI, right? Whether you build a software or make AI, use AI for it, you can use that as a way to, 50 logos times $50. Well, that's a couple bucks, you know, and that helps get you started, helps you get started in the graphic design, known for logos, right? And that now, after a while, you can start to increase your prices. So, all right, here we go. Now we have videos. All right, so one of my favorite ways that I personally love, actually, is videos. However, this was a screenshot when I was getting paid from Facebook. Facebook was paying for Facebook Reels, right? So every time you make a video and every time you get one of those, like, people watch it, people interact, even on YouTube, well, those Facebook platforms will pay you, right? So I was getting paid from Facebook to make videos. I ended up getting in trouble for non-original content and copyright, because here's the issue. I was using other people's music, which is lame. It's their music, right? I'm using popular songs, and then it gets demonetized. Here's the cool thing. Just recently, in the last 30 days, I have published I have published a couple songs on Spotify and Pandora, right? So if you guys been following my journey on Facebook, if I go to Spotify right now, it's called Code Green AI, right? And those are my songs on Spotify. We have 3 songs right now, probably more if you guys are watching this on the replay. And this is my solution. I was like, okay, well, fine. I'm just going to make my own music to add to my videos, because then I could use my own music, my own sounds. Like, I'm tired of getting demonetized, right? So that was my solution. So videos, YouTube videos are a great, fantastic way as a source of revenue. AI is really, really popular in this video area, right? Like, it could write the script, it could make the animations, it could make everything. So it's really powerful. All right, software. All right, now we're getting into the juicy stuff. All right. So one of the things when I first created my software, probably literally like as I was, the month I created it, there was a article that went out. Notice, this is on my birthday. You guys see how it says October 18th, 2022? That was my birthday, the day they announced this raise. That's cool. I just noticed that. All right. So it says AI content platform, Jasper, right? Jasper is another software that essentially, it's an AI content software, right? It's like, I saw that they were successful. I kind of made my tool, but made it for me, but it does most of their stuff. When I first started, basically, this is what my AI team was doing, was very similar to Jasper. So during that time, they raised a $1.5 billion evaluation. They raised $125 million in cash for Jasper, for an AI platform, right? So all of a sudden, it's like, oh, dang, that's an AI content platform. And I was able to build that in like a freaking week. And they made $125 million with it. Okay, I'm interested. Tell me how. So I believe software, that's why I've been pushing with my AI team. That's why this group that a lot of you guys are in, on the school group, is so important, because this is going to be the group that we are going to be building this stuff. We're going to be working on this stuff. We're going to be creating this stuff. Because, well, I mean, even 5% for me at 125 million, and I help you build that software, and then I'm a partner. That's a sweet deal. I'm in, you know what I mean? Like, thanks. 10% for the big guy, you know what I mean? All right. So blogs, emails, and content creation. All right. So this is like the thing I use on a regular basis with AI. I say a potential high level of fun 7, but I think it's 7 because I feel like it's cool to turn and repurpose content. A lot of times I make a YouTube video and I will take that entire transcript. Actually, so here's what's cool. One of our first trainings is inside this software, or this group, is going to be about this, right? I take a YouTube video and I transcribe that entire thing. And then I take that transcription and I create a blog post. I write emails from it. I create social media content from it, right? All from that one single video. All right. So I have a lot of fun in this area, blogs, emails, and content creation, because it greatly speeds up my work that me and my wife do. All right. Number 10 is clients. Here is a screenshot of 2023 for just our client business alone. All right, we ended up making $309,000 with client business. You can see this nice little, like, you see how it's all like kind of regular, you know, like it's like a heartbeat, you know. That's people signing contracts. That's people signing reoccurring revenue. Like, multiple clients. I'm not getting my pants down anymore, right? I'm not dealing with all that, right? You see how it says 117% growth over the year prior? That I attribute that to going from 2 clients and handling 3 clients to be able to handle 5 clients and charging more, because we're able to hire and we're able to do more, right? So AI makes it where I can have more clients and not have to do as much work, because AI does it all for me. So, or a lot of it. All right. So how do I get all this started and set up? We're in a few minutes, we're going to get started into the demo. Before the demo, if you guys can leave right now, we're going to come back to this. how can I basically, I can help you guys get all this started faster. Okay. So here's my idea. I'm going to show you guys my AI team at the end of this. Okay. So at the end of this, we're going to show like a demo of my AI team so you guys can see how to get all this done faster. Okay. Because I believe my AI team is the tool to do this. However, if you think about this, let's just say if it's a software, okay? If we had a software that only had one single button and the user just pressed one button to generate something. Well, in order for that to happen, they have to hit generate, but they also have to have credits, or they have to have a subscription, or they have to have a user login, or they have to have like, there has to be infrastructure around that entire process. Okay, so here is what I've thought is, how can I speed up the process? So one, you could create your AI software, you can build your program, you could sell your services. How can we help you with that and get all the infrastructure up as fast as possible? And then once you have that, or you're building that, you use AI to continue to build that. Right? So it's sometimes you still need a traditional website. You still need a lot of these other things that are the infrastructure, and you need products. You need a way to make money, right? Like, so how can I help you ultimately get like the end result of all of this setup, right? It doesn't mean you're going to get the same results. It means your business is going to look like my business as close as we can. If you so choose, and you build it out like that, right? It obviously doesn't have to look like mine. It doesn't have to say my AI team. That's not what I mean. I more mean is you have the steps in process. You have the math equation of the internet set up in process, or at least the building blocks, so you potentially could have the math equation of the internet set up process, right? Because if you have the math equation of the internet, well, then I could send you traffic. I could send you sales. I could help promote with you. We could tell your people about it. We could run Facebook ads, right? Like you could run Twitter ads. You could run YouTube ads. Like you can do so much more once you have the basics set up. So that's what I want to offer. All right. So this is the offer. And then at the end, you're going to see, so you could say no to this, no problem, no hard feelings, right? I tried to make this as best as I can, the idea with it, so you guys can get the best results, but also like hopefully not like, I want to say overwhelm you, because that's not the goal. This is a process of a journey of building your business. This isn't like, you are going to be building your business. I'm going to make it hopefully as easy as possible, and then AI is going to make it hopefully a little bit easier. All right. So here's what I have to offer. All right. If you guys want to have like some type of service-based business, or if you already do, this is what I recommend, is having basically a website template. My wife built this beautiful website template. It's already branded. It's already set up to handle service-based businesses. And what do I mean by service-based businesses? I mean, whenever our nurses and doctors come to us and they say, hey, Jeff, we're going to pay you because this is like, hey, this is my bill, right? It's $5,000 to $10,000 a month for website build, right? How do we make our money back as fast as possible? We're like 3-4 months away from courses, away from like digital products, away from like anything like that. We're a little bit of ways. So we have to first get them to a process where they could float the bill until that process, right? Well, that's $5,000 a month. So how are they going to do it? The way that they're going to do it is by one-on-one services. All right. So I believe every doctor, every nurse, that's the very first way. It's like, you guys already have a practice. You guys already serve people one-on-one. The way that you help people is by selling your service. So sell it as a service. Well, you need an application. You need a calendar. You need a thank you page. You need to be able to send a follow-up email. We built all this in the Sarah template. Yeah, sure, it looks a little girly branded. However, it's super easy to change the colors, super easy to make it your own, everything, right? This entire platform is built on this entire platform is built on Aspire Builder, right? So this is where the website template is. This thing instantly downloads into your Aspire Builder account, right? If you guys didn't know who the tech support is for Aspire, me. I'm the tech support, right? So in the bottom right-hand corner, if you ever need help as you're setting up your template or as you're going through the process, well, you can always reach out to me, right? And you can always message for help and setup and anything like that, right? Service-based businesses. So here's the thing is you're going to have your service-based business. I really shouldn't have this little photo here because like I said, you guys, your results are not mine. However, inside this service-based business, you guys are also going to get the contracts that come along with this. A lot of times it's like we have a 30-day notice, heads up notice or quit, right? That one little line in our contract completely changed it to where we're getting paid on a monthly basis. We're not selling one-time deals, right? We're not making it where it's like the moment we sell, we have to now like, oh crap, I made $5,000 this month, but what about next month? Right? Like bills come in every single month. Well, you have to know how to set up that contract. So we're going to make sure that you have the contracts for this also inside this. That's really important. All right. So you're also going to say, okay, like, well, I have a really cool website and a lot of people are going to see your website. I believe there's something called build in public. Okay, so as you guys are going through this process, people are going to say, what, you're creating a new website? You got a new domain? What's the domain called? I want to go check it out. And then at the bottom, they're going to say like, wow, I want a website that kind of looks like yours. Like your website looks beautiful. I want it too. Well, here's the cool thing is my wife and I sell websites to services and businesses. Do you see how we're giving you this template and this template is part of this offer? I believe this is a product. My wife and I sell these templates for anywhere between $500 to $1,000. If you guys went to my wife's website, lcdesigncompany.com, you could literally see right now, this is $500 for this one template, just the template. So you guys are getting the template, but here's the thing. Remember how we talked about the cups, right? Like cups are important, right? Because you could set this cup down in the rain and that cup is going to make you money. Well, how much do you think right now in your brain, think of a number, right? How much is a website cost, right? $1 to $1,000 to $10,000 to $3,000, $5,000. How much dollars, if someone was to hire you to build their website, how much money would that cost them? Like just think of it. If you guys are here live, comment in the chat. How much does a website cost to build for a custom website? All right. Hope you have your number in your head. All right. So service-based businesses, a lot of times a website costs anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, right? That's kind of pretty standard for a website, right? So $3,000 to $5,000. So here's what I'm going to do. Inside this offer, I'm going to give you guys the white label rights to resell this website template. So not only are you going to get the website template, but I've asked my wife for permission for you to take this template and rebrand it. Don't sell it as the Sarah. Get your own name. All right. Rebrand this thing and sell it. Call it the Jim. Call it the Jake. Call it whatever you so choose. Call it a website for landscapers. Call it a website for coaching. Call it a website for software as a service. Call it a website for doctors getting started. Call it a website for nurses. Call it a website for dentists. Call it whatever you build this website for them. And then you're going to have 100% resale rights to sell it. If you want to keep it the same and just change the logo up top, do it. I don't care how much you customize it. Just change the name of Sarah to yours, right? Or at least the bare minimum, right? At least, however, you're able to sell this for whatever your price. You could sell it for $497, and now you're having not only, here's the thing, the reason why we have in structure it like this, because if someone comes to you and says, hey, $3,000 is too much to build a website. I understand it's too much to build a website, Jake. That's why I built you a template so you could get started today and build it yourself. The template's only $500. Okay. So now on the phone, when you're talking to your one-on-one clients, homie, right? And guys, I love you so much, right? When you guys are talking to your client, you have a downsell. Hey, if you can't afford the $3,000, I got you for $500. And then you could, it comes with tech support built on the Aspire Builder platform, $500. It's all yours. Okay. Now you're selling a template that's instant digital download to their account, their Aspire Builder account, okay? Which they use on a monthly basis, and it comes with your affiliate. Okay, that's just a cup, right? There's a $500 cup for you to sell, okay? That's the first product. This isn't AI. We haven't even used the AI yet, but you could see, what if you have a template? What if you're selling a template online? Well, now you have AI to help write you the content. Now you have a product to sell. Now you have a one-on-one services to sell, right? Sell your one-on-one service for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, right? I sell our website building services. It's a balloon payment, $7,500 for the first month, for the first 2 months, and then $5,000 a month after, because the first 2 months we have to do the branding, all of that stuff. If you guys are, all right, so we'll talk about another thing, okay? We'll get to that in another. I'm going to show you guys another cool thing. All right, so traffic on demand. I don't know why it's a picture of my wife's template, but traffic on demand. So I have a course in here. I was going to add it for free inside of our group. However, I don't think I'm going to. The reason why I'm not going to add it for free inside the group is because it's an audio course and the school group doesn't have it where you could upload MP3s. That's the only reason. All right, so this is my $7 course. This is the one I made. Obviously, it's a picture of the Sarah template. This is not what I meant. So it's traffic on demand. You guys are going to get access to this. This is how to generate traffic organically already on social media properly. This is how I made like 90% of my online income personally is from free traffic, and then paid ads. You guys are going to get a couple of my hidden traffic secret like areas of people who I bought email traffic from, right? Even in the restricted market space. All right, so you guys are going to get access to that course. You're also going to get access to how to sell website training. Now, here's what's interesting is this is actually already inside the school group. This is already included. If you guys are paying for the school group, whatever dollar amount you're paying for, this is already included once you level up a certain amount. The reason I included this inside the school group is because, well, websites, if I was building a house, right? If I was building a house and I was building people like homes, well, I believe websites are the digital version of a home, right? And so how do you, like, it's the most important thing. People are wanting to build like a business. People are wanting to create, like, that's the cornerstone of their dreams is most likely a website, and it includes a website. So I believe having a website and knowing how to sell websites is a must. It's a proper. And if you're going to do anything online, you should probably learn how to build websites, and then bonus, learn how to sell websites so people could hire you as you go through the process, because building websites is really not that hard. It's really easy. It's drag and drop, super easy. Just take someone saying, I'm willing to do it. All right. So I'm going to teach you how to sell that. That training's already there. It's on replay. Another one, right? We talked about Etsy. Well, Etsy and KDP and Amazon and Adobe Stock, that is a loop, right? So that is once you create the asset, once you create the image, once you create the listing, well, you got to get that listed on multiple platforms, right? So I'm going to be including in this offer the Etsy full auto loop, which actually includes the full guide on how to do that. That also is going to be included inside this group already that you guys are already a part of. Which is really cool because I believe Etsy is just a cool way to like make additional sources of revenue. It's like an extra couple $100 a month, right? Like, thanks, you know, like the more you build it, the more listings you get created on those products, the more you do the loop, there's more little cups that you get set up to collect money for you. Well, those make you money. And so if you have like a spouse that you guys want to have a little side business together, this is one of my favorite ways to do it, right? Because it's like you could set it up. The marketing's done by Etsy. It just takes one of you guys to do the little Etsy product loop, and then it creates a little business side hustle together. One of my favorite ways, also how my wife and I got started originally a long time ago. Okay, we're going to be including the how to create your own AI software. I've created 2 classes so far. I've created a 2-hour class that is like a quick down and dirty, like, hey, how do we connect this button and connect it to AI in like 2 hours, right? It is live classes that I did with students, and then they're on replay. So these are the 2 classes that you're going to get that are very like instruction manual from start to finish on how to make AI software your own. You're also going to get a 4-day class. We sold for $500, $497. And that 4-day class is like every single day we're doing a new topic. And then at the end, we set up a Stripe payment and people are able to pay for our software in that 4 days. So it is a little more hands-on. However, at the end, you create the Stripe is set up, right? We're creating a cool product. In that, we actually created a like a logo generator that does a website mock-up in all their brand colors and then plans out their entire website. It was pretty cool. All right, here's something that I kind of added, and I didn't even think I was going to add in at the end, but I'm going to do, right? Because I see that my AI team I continue to add a ton of stuff into my AI team. You might not be a software developer today, right? You might not be hey, how do I leverage AI now, but without having to build my own software, without having to build everything? Well, I want to make it where you could watch all this, and because we're going to do a demo of my AI team with the software in a few seconds, I want to include 6 months of the business plan at $297. So $297 a month is what the business plan is. And the business plan, that includes 10,000 credits a month, right? Every month the credits reset. But the 10,000 credits, right? That's 10,000 images, 10,000 pieces of copy, 10,000 interactions of chat. Every time you hit generate, that's a credit. Okay, so everything that you could get yourself up and started that you need to leverage AI is going to be in there. If you love my AI team, then just keep your account. It's going to just continue to roll over. And then you could decide to have it from there. Okay. So here is what I have to offer. Okay. So this is the full offer that I wanted to basically give just this group. All right, this is just a school group. I'm not streaming this to Facebook. I'm not going to post the replay anywhere with everybody and tell all my friends and family about it. No. This is just in the school group, right? School group only. Okay, so I'm going to be adding in your own web agency, the service-based business website template built on Aspire Builder. Plus, you're going to get the resale rights for that. You're going to get traffic on demand, which includes the $7 product. There's a $47 product in there and a $197 product. That's all inside the course. You're not going to have to go through the sales process that I created back in the day. You're just going to get the entire course access. You're going to get the how to sell websites training. This was $197 when we did it live. Now it's $97 as the replay. If you wanted to go buy that replay, just that alone, you could get that and buy it for $97. Etsy full auto training. That is the entire how to do the whole loop thing, right? That's the full instruction manual with that. You could even give it to a team member and they could do it for you. How to create your own AI software. You're gonna get the 2-hour class and the 4-day class with that. You're gonna get the private Slack group. When I say the private Slack group, that is, I do in the private Slack group, but I kind of think that that's gonna be, instead of the Slack group, I think I'm just gonna stick with the school group. All right, so inside the school group is where you're going to get access to. And then this includes our trainings, right? Our courses and stuff. So then you're also going to get the monthly AI Insider group coaching. So this is going to be this is going to be a lot of the hands-on group coaching that we're doing with outside of this, just the Facebook group or just our school group. So if you ever need any extra questions or have that, you have that option. And then you're going to get the 6 month of the My AI Team agency package. All right. I did want to make this all under 5K. If you right now were to just go buy My AI Team for this price, well, that's like 3K. The website template, resale rights, right? So I also wanted under 3K because I just felt like I'm not trying to price gouge. That's kind of not fair. How do you get people started? All right. And also under 2K because, well, all right. And just under 1K, right? Just under 1K. So here's what we're going to do. All right. So if you guys use coupon SKOOL, SKOOL, normally on my Facebook feed a few days ago, or my last webinars that I've done, I've offered this for about $4,000. However, I'm trying to bring this under $1,000, right under $1,000. So if you guys use the coupon SKOOL for this, you guys can get $3,498 off the price of this, right? So like I said, you guys are going to get the 6 month of My AI Team, 6 months of My AI Team at the 10K package, okay? That's pretty crazy. You guys are going to get the website template, the built on Aspire, 100% resale rights, traffic on demand, how to sell the website training, and you get instant access to all this, so you don't have to unlock it inside the school too. Etsy full auto, how to create your own AI software, 2-day class, 4-day class, the private group, And then the 6 months to my AI team agency package. All right, all under $1,000. You have to use the discount code SCHOOL. All right, so myaiteam.com top 10/join. All right, so this is the link. If you guys don't want to join, no pressure. All right, next I'm going to show you guys inside my AI team. Okay, first I think I'm going to open up any questions. If you guys have any questions about any of the offers or anything I have, and then you guys can see what my AI team could do, so you can make the decision if you guys want it or not. I'm not a pressure. Because here's the thing: if you guys are in this group, you guys are going to learn how to build software and all this stuff. So you guys are going to eventually, I hope to see you guys blossom and bloom and make your own stuff and sell your own products, right? So this is that process. And so if you use my AI team forever, awesome. If you only use it for 6 months, cool. I hope it's the greatest thing for you, right? So open it up to the group, open it up to Google Meet. We all here. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty fantastic. I had to step away for a little bit, so I missed a little bit, so I'll have to catch that bit in the replay. But yeah, that's a fantastic offer. I can't do it right now, but eventually I will get there.
Yeah, no pressure, man. No pressure.
Right. Now, is that a limited time, or how long is that there for?
Well, that's a great question.
Exclusively for the school group.
Exclusively for the school group. Yep. And yep, just exclusively for the school group.
Awesome.
My AI team is pretty much like whenever you decide that you want to take action with that, right? You know, so
now can you go into a little more detail what AI Insiders is?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the AI Insiders, so this kind of this coaching group that we have right now, this school group, that was my idea, is almost with AI Insiders. I think based off how many people just showed up today on the very first call, when we're doing the actual like coaching calls with software, we might start to get to a cap. So that AI Insiders might be that private access group. We're going to have to see what that is. And then maybe we start to make it more exclusive with another private school group for the AI Insiders. And then whenever we open it to questions, we're doing hot seats with those AI Insiders.
Okay.
So I think that might be a job title, like, hey, you're an AI Insider. And then essentially like that AI Insider, whenever we're doing your guys' hot seats, those are the people that we're pulling from first. Is those. So it's more of a job title. How about that?
So here's another question for you. The people that already have access to the already have access to Traffic on Demand,
Yeah.
whatever package there are, would that, so let's say I want to go get this today, and I want to go and get it, would the Traffic, because I already have Traffic on Demand, but I don't remember what package I have.
Yeah.
But I have it, so will it automatically update? I don't know what exactly package I have.
Yes. Yep, it would automatically update. So basically you're going to have access to a new link, and it's going to have everything in this package with all your links in it. Yeah, I made one location for you guys, a new login in the course area for all of these, so you can have access to everything, and then everything's in one location for you once you log in.
Sounds awesome.
Yep. All right.
I'm excited for Thursday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, indeed. So I'm glad that you guys are here for these coaching calls. This is cool. All right, cool. So you guys want to see my AI team and see how you guys could use it for your business?
Of course.
All right, cool. So we're going to show my screen. If you guys have any questions as you guys go through this, like my AI team, let me know. All right, so anytime you can go to myaiteam.com and you can sign up. It says you can have a free 24-hour trial, but you really get a free 72-hour trial. And in here, you could sign up. Okay, so I'll click on here, start your free trial. I'm already logged in, so it automatically takes me to my dashboard. You do need a credit card to sign up, and then it doesn't charge you for those 3 days, so you could cancel anytime. All right, so first we're in here on our dashboard. The very first thing I like to do, so we can do documents. Okay, so in here, remember how I said that Jasper was like, it was a content writer? Well, pretty much they built their entire business just off this frameworks, right? So that makes it where you could write a full blog, do blog ideas, do blog titles, blog outlines, title spinners, summaries, short pages, Facebook ads, Facebook posts, all this stuff, emails, webinars, follow-ups, video titles, video scripts, business plans, right? Like all of these things are in here, right? Well, so this is essentially like if I just wanted to do a full blog and I typed in like AI replacing human jobs, right? Right. I could hit generate this right here, and you see it says doing AI things. We have a little loading bar up top, and this will send this information back into the back end. All right. And so this is like, this is going to send that information to the AI. We get it from our AI dealer, and then the AI displays it on the front end. This is pretty much what I ended up selling. The very first, like this was the software, right? That's all it was at the very beginning, was the software could do these frameworks, and writing full blog post was my, sometimes like if you focus on like one like thing, one feature, that could be a really good selling point, right? So this just popped out an entire article for me. You see it has the title, AI replacing jobs, the great shift in employment landscape. This is the introduction, headlines, full article right here. Like it even cites like economical forms, AI article, like AI titles, all the way down to the conclusion, right? So this gives me a full like blog. I could press right here and I could hit email doc. I could email this to myself and or any of my like my team members, and I could say, hey, hey, email sent, and then in a few seconds I'll get that email. I just got that email, right? And so now I got that email, and I can now have whoever upload that to my site. So this is the frameworks. A lot of times people were like, hey, Jeff, can it do this, right? You see how down here it has this business plan creator? They were like, hey, Jeff, could it do a business plan creator? And I'm like, oh my God, like, you want a business plan creator? Now the people are like, can it write scary stories? Can it make songs? Like everyone started asking all these things, like, can it do this? Can it do this? And I was like, okay, I got to find a way to do that. So I created this custom commands. This is one of my favorite areas. All right, so check this out. You guys are gonna love this, okay? And this is a whole entire marketplace for all of the possibility like that other people created, right? You could see Jim in here. You could probably see Austin's in here, a couple of them, E-Man. Like a lot of custom command created are already in here. These are essentially a set of instructions for the AI to do over and over. If I went to the documents, well, behind the scenes in the code, all I'm doing when I have it write this full blog post is I'm telling it, give me a title. Like you are a world-class blog writer. Give me a title. Here's a set of instructions. Make it on this topic, right? That's all I'm doing, right? So if I go into the custom commands, sometimes you're going to need to be able to do the exact same thing, right? So if I hit create new custom command, now we could do the same thing. We could name our custom command. I'm just going to say, I'm going to create, one of the things that I'm going to need to do is I need to create like almost like a replay, like, hey, did you watch the replay type thing, right? So I'm going to say custom command. I'm going to say webinar replay email maker. All right. And then the prompt description, I'm going to give it a good prompt description, right? I'm going to say generates webinar emails for a webinar and makes all 7 to 8 webinar follow-up emails. Okay. And then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick the category. And then I'm just going to call it emails and business. Okay. And now here's the really cool thing is if you guys have never talked to AI or used AI, I have some instructions, right? So it says down here in the AI training data, this is us actually talking to the AI. This is us. I built in the software just an easy way that you don't have to be a programmer to like use AI and implement it where it could be a push button like over and over and over on a repeat basis. All right, so here's the instructions. It says using your training data for the AI. First, it's best to give the AI an identity, right? Step one, an identity. Then step two is a list of instructions. And then last is telling them, hey, here's your persona. Do all of those things based on this topic, right? So if we wanted to create a webinar email maker, we would have to create this prompt, like you're a world-class webinar email writer. Here's the instructions to write 5 to 7 webinar follow-up emails, and then all on this one topic, right? Well, check this out. Here's one of my favorite buttons. It says, click here to get help from AI. It's not very descriptive. I kind of just like to make things where it's just a button and then you just click it. And so you could click this. And then in a few seconds, right, it says creating your AI custom command based on your prompt name and description. So what it's doing, it's getting this prompt and it's getting this description, and it's going to fill out this information for us, right? And we could say, what is your webinar topic? And paste. Okay. All right. So this is just kind of, all right. So I'll give instructions before I type this. Okay. So here's what it just did. It just created us an entire AI prompt, right? So we are using AI to create us an AI prompt, right? The AI is prompting the AI for us, is what we just did. Okay. So now we don't have to know how to speak AI. It just did it for us. Okay. So here is what the AI created for us as its identity. Remember, there's 3 parts: identity, instructions, and then last, here's your set of instructions. Follow the instructions based off the user input. Okay, so here's what it says. You are an exceptional skilled copywriter with a knack for designing engaging webinar content and compelling email follow-ups. With a deep knowledge of webinar sequence strategies and a flair for persuasive language, you have a firm grasp on email marketing techniques. You have successfully conducted several webinars before. You understand how to ride the delicate balance between informative and persuasive, using emotional appeals and facts in just the right ratios. You possess excellent knowledge of the modern webinar space and can effectively use technology to optimize email responses and ultimately webinar conversions. Your immense creativity coupled with your deep audience insight makes you the brains behind the webinar magic. You will get a $1,000 tip for a higher quality output. Let's go. All right, so we're tipping the webinar, the AI, and we're giving them some extra couple bucks. And believe it or not, that actually increases the AI prompt quality. Okay, so here's the cool thing. It says name your webinar, describe the benefits of your webinar, list the 5 key points attendees will learn from your webinar, list the names and expertise of the webinar speaker, list the 3 webinar frequently asked questions, write a catchy subject line. These are the instructions for the invitation webinar, right? Write a catchy subject for the reminder email, like call to action, right? So this is all of our instructions for this entire thing for this webinar, basically like the replay and the 1 hour reminder. This is a webinar generator, right? So down at the bottom, it says input details of the webinar and generate each of these emails, right? So I can now, what is your webinar topic, and paste your transcript or sales page. Right, so this is me setting up the actual instructions for the user, okay? So we want the instructions for the user. Okay, so here's what we could do is if we had a sales page, right? If I went to my AI team, right? And I went to our webinar that we have, right? And I copied and pasted this entire thing. And I pasted it in here. Well, I can now hit generate. It generate right down here if I could get it without the stop sharing button. All right, test prompt. All right, there you go. All right, so it's doing AI things, right? So I could hit generate, and this is taking our webinar sales page and it's doing all of these instructions with our entire persona. Okay. So it's doing everything that we have for it. So now you don't have to say, hey, Jeff, can your software do this? You can say, Jeff, I can make your software do this, right? There's a huge difference. Right? You have power. If you have an idea that you're like, oh man, I need to do this. Okay, cool. So webinar name. So it gives me a name. Benefits of the webinar: understand the power to use AI and generate revenue, learn the best strategies for profiting from AI, explore real life stories for insight, equip yourself with tools. So this helped me write a better landing page than this lame thing. Okay. Speaker, webinar questions. The frequently asked questions was I could definitely add to my sales page. Webinar invitation subject line: transform the way you earn, unveil top 10 ways to monetize AI. And then it gives me the entire like webinar content, persuasive copy, all of this stuff, right? So this is something that we could use. I could always go back and edit this. However, I now have this entire thing. If I turn it on active, well, now it's active in our account. What does active mean? If I go into these documents, check this out. If I go into this document and I create a new document, I can go into these custom commands, and over here, I have the webinar email writer, right? So now I can literally write emails inside this document area, right? So anytime I need to use this, well, I could totally use this in production, right? We set up a machine, we created it once, and now we could reproduce this over and over as long as we need. All right. So, and this is going to create the content in a few seconds. All right. So here is another cool thing. Inside here, there's another part, right? After a while, they started making it where you could basically go back and forth with the AI and have some type of chat, right? So we could come back to this. This will load in a few seconds. If I go into, okay, so look, there's our webinar name. So you can see how we could create content in here now. All right. If I go into companies, inside of our companies, we're able to add a new company. Okay. So if we were to add a new company, we could set up our company name. Because if you guys got this offer where you guys have the agency or the agency package, you guys are going to get 10,000 credits a month for this. So you might have multiple clients that you need to write webinars for, need to write emails for, need to write content for. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up their company logo. You're going to set up the company name. You're going to set up who their ideal clients are. Like, who are they talking to? What are their clients' biggest challenges? Because you want to know like some insight from there. How can your products and services help those clients in particular? Then you're going to set up your brand tone of voice. And then the last thing is you're going to do is the main call to action that you want to do. It might be a link, or you might have like, hey, go check out a free trial, whatever it is. So you're going to set that up. And then once you have those, you can see how I have all of these company profiles set up, right? I have a lot of company profiles because I use this on a regular basis. And I use it for every single one. I have my AI team, I have my clients, I have Aspire Builder, I have Python coding, I have Unity, I have my game, I have all this stuff, right? I have everything that I need in here. So this is all my companies. Well, here's the cool thing is you can, over here on the AI chats, once you have it set up, or this little speech bubble, you could click AI chat, right? So, right, you could click AI chat, and you can so you can create this AI chat, and you can talk here, right? So in this drop down, you can pick any of your companies, right? So any of your companies, and so I have my AI team, which already has all my stored knowledge, and then I could create new chat, and then I could sit here and chat with my company and my little digital employee. Well, here's the cool thing. One, you could use this little speech thing, and so you could do like speech to text, and then it will transcribe stuff. All right, so yeah, so we have this here, and then you could see we have that chat, and then we have our custom commands, right? So I could literally, in here, I have all my custom commands. So we created it, but here's the cool thing. Now it creates our custom commands, but it infuses it with our business, right? So at any time, whatever company you have here, you could write a custom command, and then you could store that company information in there. And then you could use those custom commands on a regular basis in your chats, right? And you could go back and forth. You can see I have a ton of them. The most recent used ones are up top. And then AI is going to go back and forth and talk with you, okay? The other thing you could do right here is you could click right here, and it says ask questions about your image. At any time, you could upload an image, and then you could ask questions. Let's just say right here, I could say, write me a ad for this school group, right? Write me 5 ads in the image, right? And so then we could ask AI. AI is going to read the image, and then it's going to make that whole thing. However, you can see whenever I hit the webinar name, and then we talked about that, it built that whole entire thing and connected it to my AI team. So it's pretty cool, right? It has a full call to action, everything. And then we have our ad right down here, and then it includes our group, right? Unlock the power of AI, join our exclusive Make Money in AI coaching group, connect with go-getter entrepreneurs, learn how top AI hacks, and get coaching that will skyrocket your earnings, right? So everything is, it's pretty cool. Everything is connected. Well, we also might say, hey, give me some image ideas, right? And now we can actually, because my AI team, like I said, it's used for everything. A lot of times you need to be able to create content, but you have like multiple things, right? Just because you can make a Facebook post, well, you might need an image to go with that, right? You need whatever it is. So we can have it give us some image ideas. It will know what we're talking about, like it has memory above. And then it says AI brainstorm, a picture of a light bulb, filament replaced by a brain with gears, problem solving with AI. So if I go to AI images over here, you can see one of the images I created of some horse racing. All right, I can input my prompt. We can type in right here. We can also use an image. So if I have an outside image and I want to use the words from that image to recreate it, that's kind of what I did here. We also have our AI prompt library, so you can get a whole bunch of images from anybody else. There's a whole bunch of community prompts, and like you can kind of see a whole bunch of different styles. It's like custom commands, but with images is kind of how I thought. And then there are different models, right? So I have a whole bunch of models that I add into my AI team because you're going to need it, right? Some of them are better for clip art. Some of them are better for your business. Some of them are better for video. Like there's just a ton, right? So you could play with those. Every time you hit generate, that's a credit, right? So when I say you have 10,000 credits, you could literally press this 10,000 times a month. All right. So if I hit generate, you can see all our images. I was taking some other ones too. You can see this is going to hit generate. And then it's going to create us that image. We can also adjust the size so we can make it wider for like YouTube banners. That's a pretty cool image, right? And we can even make it where it says stuff, right? So it says, it says, let's say, says my AI, or let's just say private group coaching, private AI group coaching. Okay. That says, okay. And then we can kind of make it wider where it's like a banner, right? And let's see how it turns. So if you like one of these photos, you could upscale it, right? We could refine and upscale and make this like a much better image. We could also animate this. So if I click animate, that didn't work. Oops. All right. So if we click animate, let's try that again. All right. So that's going to animate that image in a few seconds. All right. So animate turns the image. We could probably do one with a racing horse. It will turn the image into a mini video clip, right? So now you could start putting them together and like making videos. You can see this one didn't actually post the words. So we're going to click it again. However, this is a really cool image. And I think this would be perfect to sell on Adobe Stock, right? So Adobe Stock, remember how we talked about that? I frequently upload programs to here or images, and this is perfect to make them. All right, so you can see this year I'm at $4.96 total lifetime, I think I'm at $134, right? And so you can see we're just selling these images, right? And we list them on Adobe Stock. So that's one way. Private group AI coaching. Nice. Didn't spell it fully right, which is all right. We just hit generate again. So AI doesn't fully know how to spell. Spelling is one of the things I just recently got. However, it's in here. So yeah, so this is my AI team. In a few seconds, we'll have these little images and the videos. Each time you hit the little animate, it only creates like a 4-second clip. And then you're able to combine those clips in some type of clip editor. Let's see, private group AI coaching. Yeah, it's getting close. Let's see if our images come up yet, or a video. All right, so why this is loading, the people here live, what do you guys think of my AI team so far? Oh, that one worked out. Private group AI coaching. Nope, it spelled it wrong too. Oh my God. All right, loading any second now. So my AI team is the software that I've been building. Like I said, with the offer, you guys get those 6 months with it. Basically, all these images generation, all the credits, all the copy, whatever you guys have in here for free for 6 months. With that, and basically in this group, you guys are going to be seeing me build a lot of this live. So a lot of the things that like I need for business on a regular day, right? I'm going to add it into the software. One of the things that we're going to be adding is to be able to transcribe YouTube videos because I don't have that yet. So that's one of the things that I want implemented into the software. And so it also could do like music. I personally don't believe the music's the greatest yet. There is other better music generators that I found that I'm just waiting to add in here. And then same with the AI video creator. So close. So getting to where we want it to go. However, not as, it's just right now it's the foundations. So yeah. Let's see if these things look, oh, look, that one loaded. So you see how we have these video clips? These are the video clips that kind of you could make into videos and all that stuff in your own. So yeah. All right. What do you guys think of the software?
Love it.
Beautiful.
Just learn and love it though.
Woohoo. All right, cool. All right. So last thing, if you guys do want to take me up on that offer, if not, no worries, no hard feelings. Basically, you guys can go use the coupon SCHOOL. If I was to go to this website domain, all right, essentially what you guys are going to get is the 6-month growth package. You guys are going to get the website template for your guys' own business. You guys are going to get the resale rights. You're going to get the full access to traffic on demand, Etsy full auto, the software replay classes, and 6 months of my AI team at the 10,000 mark. It is for this price is what everybody else sees it. Like I said, you guys could use that coupon for SCHOOL, and then that will remove off $3,498. So, and that's going to include that 6 months of my AI team. So now you guys, whenever we're showing you guys how to use these things in the software inside this group, you're not like left out trying to figure out how to do it with ChatGPT or anything like that. You're able to just press one button and be like, okay, that was super easy and super fast. And then you don't have to pay for it as much. So cool. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this training really helped you guys out doing this first and showed you guys the potential of what we're going to be able to do in this group and what you're going to be building and the power of AI. So yeah. Love
Hey
you guys.
Jeff, I logged in kind of late. Does this replay?
This replay will be set up. So I have recorded it and then I will add the replay inside here too. So, yep.
Fantastic. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you for showing up.
Right on. Glad to be here.
Talk soon. Bye guys.
Bye-bye.
I don't think I stopped the recordings. Love you guys. Bye.